Hello. Throughout the history of time, there have always been tattoos. But in today's time, tattoos seems to be more popular now than ever before. Today we will be exploring tattoos from different perspectives and different points of views. So sit back and relax and enjoy. We will be talking to people that have tattoos, and we also will be talking to some people who plan to have tattoos in the near future. Thank you.
Kyle Reader, Kyle Reader, Reeder.
Okay, and how old are you?
25.
And how old were you got your first tattoo?
14, 15.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you best describe the level of pain you had when you were getting a tattoo?
When I first got it, the pain was kind of the first one I got was a cross on my hand, so it was it hurt a little bit. And then I got this other one on my wrist. It was I'm kind of bony, so it was like right on the bones and stuff. So it hurt a little bit, but
Did any one of them hurt a lot more than the others?
I actually have a band right here that hurt the most out of all of them. Cause I don't know why there's no real bone right here, but I guess it's all meat. But I got like one right here that it's like a tribal symbol that don't really hurt, and then I got something right here, and then I got like one right here.
So, if you had to put it on a scale of 1 to 10, how 10 being
I say
the
about
most severe?
7. I feel like the first 5 minutes of the tattoo is the worst part of it when your body first adjusting to the pain. But like once your body adjusts to it, it's kind of just like it numbs out and you just kind of can go through it. Maybe during the shading, that's when it start hurting again when they shading it through. But other than that, after that first 5 minutes, yeah, I'm pretty good.
And take us through the steps of getting a tattoo from the beginning to the.
Well, for me, it was when I first got my first tattoo. The step was whoever was going to do it without me having to get a parental signature. But as I got older and had a little bit more money in my pocket, I was able to actually go out and invest in a good tattoo artist to do my tattoo. So I would go out and probably search for somebody, look at their pictures, look at their Instagram, see what they work look like, and then start collecting prices, getting estimates, and then after I, deliberate through all those facts, made a decision.
And like once they make the first step, the first mark, usually how long it take from the beginning to the end?
No, it depends. Smaller ones, you could probably be in there for 15, 30 minutes. But the larger, the longest I've sat in the chair was probably like an hour and a half. I can't really sit too long. I'd rather do that in probably like a couple of steps for the bigger ones. And just one big setting.
Exactly how many tattoos do you actually have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.
And do any of the tattoos hold special meanings to you?
Yeah. Every tattoo kind of represents when I got it, a place where I was at in my life. So yeah, every tattoo has a meaning for me. So this one is a rosary, it's key type of thing. It started off as a cross, but when I got it started off as a cross when I first got it, and then when I went to Winston-Salem, I added on to it and like turned the cross into a key, and then got my sister's initials to be like Sister's Keeper. So that's what that kind of one represents. It's definitely, I grew up I grew up Christian, so it's like it's definitely influenced by some Christian values and things like that. But I wouldn't necessarily say it's all that. It's more so, me just being a good big brother. This one of the first ones I got as well. Just G-Mom, my grandmother, she, one of the first things you get tagged is one of your dead family members. So she had just recently died. This joint I got in Crofton, it's just a scale and it say don't lose your balance, kind of just like reminding me that and everything I do, don't do, just make sure I'm able to, I don't know, keep balance and, to focus on the bigger things. I got, like I said, I have one right here that's a tribal tattoo. This particular one, I was just playing around with these shapes and stuff like that. So it's one of the shapes that I drew out, and I found an artist in Baltimore that could draw it out for me how I wanted it to, and then was able to tattoo it for me. And this one is another one I was, sometimes you draw short tattoos and try to figure out how you want them to look. And this also is one it's like a tribal style one. Sometimes I got them just to get them, but I mean it's always nice to look at that tattoo and be like, oh yeah, that's where I would like. When I first even like my first tattoo always take me back to high school, and then I got this added on when I went to college down in North Carolina, and then I got this one in Baltimore when I started going to school in Baltimore. So it just takes you back. It's like different milestones in your life. You can look at your tattoo and be like, oh yeah, I remember that.
And of all the ones that you have, do you have a favorite?
I don't think necessarily have a favorite, because like I said, all of them was a different point in my life that led up to this moment. So I think I appreciate them all for what they are and what they represent. And
do you have any idea what your next tattoo will be and where?
I'm gonna get this one finished. The initial idea started off as me getting like it's like a tribal killer whale type of thing, but it was like it's like an arrow, so it's like empty in between, so I'm gonna probably get the inside filled up and stuff like that. So
that's gonna hurt.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I'm used to having a tattoo. It's just gonna be somebody just filling it in. It's already there.
Okay, do you have any regrets at all about any of the tattoos that you have?
I don't have no regrets for real. I mean, sometimes I look at them and be like, dang, I could have done that a little bit differently or something like that. But for the most part, I live by the logic of just not doing too much too soon. Cause I mean, I'm learning new stuff every day, and as I learn new stuff as I get older, I want to be able to, make adjustments accordingly. Cause if I like filled up everything with with stuff I learned when I was under 21, it's like, when I'm 30 and I got a good idea, I'm not going to be able to necessarily have the space. So I guess I'm learning just to do everything in moderation. So there is no real regret. So when I do really make that decision to add on to what I already have, it's a thoughtful, meaningful decision. So it's not really no regrets when you really put some thought into it.
And do you have any plans to get a tattoo on your face, or how do you feel about people that have facial tattoos?
Me personally, once I hit my first mil, I'm getting a face tat. But
right.
But no, honestly, I mean, considering my circumstances, I work a 9-to-5 in a corporate setting, so I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, I already have dreads and I'm black, so it's only so many strikes I want to put against myself. Not to say I won't be able to go in there and still handle business with a face tat on my face, but
it's just going to change other people's perception.
Yeah, and I think I'm already doing that a lot, just who I am right now. So I don't want to necessarily do too much and then hinder my ability to make those type of changes, because the face tat can really stop some opportunities from happening. Because people just going to judge you. That's just the world we live in. But hopefully as we get older, and I mean, tats are already becoming more acceptable. So.
And how do you feel about dating someone with tattoos?
I mean, me personally, I feel like if she has tattoos, she's more interesting. She got a story to tell. So I mean, I don't personally mind dating anybody with a tattoo.
My name Justin Rollins, JUSTIN
And how old are you?
I'm 18.
Do you currently have any tattoos?
Nah, right now I don't got no tattoo.
And do you plan to get any anytime soon?
I consider getting a couple tattoos, but I just can't. It's hard for me to think about what I actually want. So it's hard for me to think about what I actually want, and I don't want to regret it. So I mean, I guess you could say yes. I thought about it, but not anytime soon.
Okay. Does the actual pain aspect play a part as to why you don't have any already?
I mean, when I was younger, yeah, 'cause like my mother a couple times she would was offering to take me to get some tattoos, but I was thinking about the pain. But now that I grew older, I like suffered a couple injuries, broke some bones, so nah, I don't think pain affected me that much.
Have you actually taken the time to research what type of tattoos you maybe would like to get?
I mean, most of my tattoos is probably gonna be based on religion or like a family member's name, because I feel like those type of tattoos you won't ever regret getting. So, I mean, that's the main reason why I would want one of those tattoos.
And what do your parents think of tattoos?
My father, he feel like, I mean, personally, I don't think he's for tattoos, but he feel like I'm old enough to make my own decisions, and like he would support it no matter whether I get or not. My mother, like I said before, she actually offered to take me to go get tattoos when I was like 16, 17 for my birthday, and she got a couple, so it don't really matter for her. Like she for tattoos.
Have you are you at all worried about the job aspect as to how they may perceive you if you had tattoos?
I mean, me personally, no, because I feel like the places that I would get a tattoo, it wouldn't be like revealed. Like I would probably get a tattoo somewhere in my chest area, or maybe like my arms, but that's about it for real. I don't really want no hands or no tattoos exposure. Not because of the job aspect, just because that's just my preference.
And have you ever, or would you date someone with tattoos?
Oh yeah, I mean, I would date someone with tattoos. I feel like it's not a big deal, but like if it is, I mean, it might like certain tattoos might affect, or it might cause you to like feel a certain type of way depending on where it is and what it is, like an ex name or something like that. But it's not nothing. It's not a big deal because it's just like past. It's like.
So you feel like the type of tattoo is just as important or more important than actually having one, actually the woman having one at all?
Yeah, because I mean, some tattoos are attractive sometimes. I mean, so yeah, I would feel like the biggest thing would be what the tattoo is. That's the issue.
Okay. How popular do you feel the tattoos are today as opposed to in the past?
I mean, I feel like in the past, previously, tattoos, like people with tattoos, like not looked down on, but like they was judged like often, like it was almost deemed as a bad thing to have in society. But now, almost everywhere you look, you see someone with tattoos, and I feel like you should be able to express yourself however you feel. I mean, everybody have their own like ways to express themselves, and I feel like people with tattoos is just a creative way that they wanna like express themselves.
Do you feel that people with tattoos are oftentimes unfairly judged?
I mean, well, yeah, oftentimes they are unfairly judged, but I feel like now as we move forward into the future, it's like it's becoming less of an issue. But I mean, because like before it was hard to get employment, but now you see a lot of people with tattoos getting employed, but it's still like a glass ceiling type of thing with that, because you don't see like high up level like business people or like managers, general managers with tattoos, and if they do, they're not really exposed. I mean, you see a couple, but it's not common in the workplace.
Okay, here's an unusual question. You apply for a job and you go to an interview to get the job, and the person that interviews you are covered with tattoos. Will that in any way dissuade you from the job?
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, I will ask them. I probably when the conclusion of the interview, when they ask you like what tattoos, like I mean when they ask you what questions do you have, I might ask them about a couple of tattoos just to see like who I'm actually working for. But like I feel like, I mean, I don't really judge people with tattoos, you know.
Alright, my name is Davon Hamlet, DAVONHAMLET. I'm 22 years old.
And how many tattoos do you have?
I have 3.5 a sleeve.
And how old were you when you got your first tattoo?
I was 18 when I got my first tattoo.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you best describe the level of pain you got when you were getting your tattoo?
I would describe the pain. I mean, I got a high pain tolerance when it comes to pain. So on my chest, my first tattoo was about like a 7 out of 10. And I got like my second one like on my collarbone. It was more like an 8, but I got a high pain tolerance, so it doesn't really like affect me for real.
So 8 was your highest level?
Yeah.
Okay, and what do your parents think about your tattoos?
They endorsed it because they didn't want to pay for it.
So they didn't have a problem with you?
Nah, they didn't have a problem with my tattoos.
Now, have you ever gotten a tattoo that your parents were like, you can get tattoos and I don't have a problem with that, and then they didn't like it after you got it?
No, my parents, they just wanted me to be the appropriate age to get my tattoos, and I could do what I want, basically.
So, do any of your tattoos hold any special meanings to you?
This is the one I regret, low key. It's not really like, it's not really where, like quality wise,
And what is it?
it's not the quality I wanted to be when it comes to tattooing artists. Like you see any other my tattoos, like this one, I drew this one. This is like the authentic one. This is an astronaut in the space, and like I'm like obsessed with space. And this is like lips, so I'm a ladies' man. And I got one on my back. It's just the outer space. It's supposed to be a satellite right here.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like all my tattoos have special meanings. Like you wouldn't get one unless it means something to you. I have a lot of tattoos. Like I mean not a lot, but like a lot in the tattoo that means certain stuff to me. But yeah, definitely all my tattoos have a meaning.
How would you describe your most meaningful tattoo?
My most meaningful tattoo, I describe it as how would I describe it? I wouldn't like, cause I drew it myself, so I would describe it as like authentic. That's how I would put it.
And it's more personal.
Yeah, it's more personal and authentic.
Okay. Do you have any idea what your next tattoo will be and where?
My next tattoo will be probably on my right side of my chest. Probably get like a tribute to my little brother. And I'm gonna just really like have a short sleeve shirt of tattoos as the year goes on in the future.
And do you have any regrets about any of the tattoos that you have?
Yeah, I just wish I had a better artist on my half a sleeve. I wish I would have got it done better. Like, you just gotta like spend your money. Like, you spend your money, you get your money's worth. If you spend like BS money, then you're gonna get BS quality. So
basically, you get what you pay for.
Yeah, you get what you pay for. So I can't get too mad.
And how do you feel about dating someone with tattoos?
I think dating, I mean, it don't really affect my perspective of people with tattoos. I mean, tattoos can make you attractive, can make you ugly, it can add, it can subtract. So it's like, it don't really matter to me. It's all about just personality.
Okay, and if you're going to date a woman with a tattoo, does it matter what the tattoo is?
Yeah, I mean, it depends, as long as it's not like outrageous, like as long as it ain't nothing wild, nothing too wild. I didn't see some wild tattoos, like people tat Drake on their forehead or something like that. So as long as it ain't nothing outrageous or like stupid.
Have you ever seen a tattoo on a woman that would be a deal breaker for you if she tried to date you with that tattoo?
Yeah, if a woman had like another person's name like over top of their private areas or on their back, or like a what's that called, a tramp stamp tattoo or anything like that, I probably wouldn't really date her for real.
But I mean, have you actually seen one so far on a woman that you said, if she wanted to be my woman with those tattoos, it would be a deal breaker? Or you just haven't seen it yet?
Yeah.
You've seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, okay.
The Drake girl.
All right. Thank you.
My name's Tavon Hamlet, Tavon Hamlet.
How old are you?
21.
And how old were you when you got your first tattoo?
Say 17 or 18.
And on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you best describe the level of pain when getting a tattoo?
Certain parts it changed. Like overall, it was probably 2 or 3. But once he got to my collarbone and my nipple area, that's when it tend. Like I felt it all the way through. But everywhere else, he just had to tell me to stop laughing because it tickled more than anything.
Okay. How many tattoos do you actually have?
I have one
One?
piece. It's a dove on top of an infinity sign with my mom's name in it.
Oh, okay.
Information.
What do your parents think of your tattoos?
My mom was against it until I was fully 18, so that's sort of why I waited so late. But once she seen it and realized what it was, she couldn't say anything because it was her name and it was about her, so she got happy.
Do any of your tattoos hold special meanings to you?
Yes, it's my mom, and at first I wanted to get my great grandmother who passed away, but that was gonna be a big mural. But this was next to kin, my mom, so it was something really meaningful as to something just random putting on my body.
So do you still plan to get that one, or
Yes, that's
sometime in the future?
That's gonna be a big one.
Okay, is that going to be your next one?
No, right now I'm focusing on finishing my chest, so I'm gonna get a prayer hands with a rosary going down with Heaven's Gates opening up behind it all with I guess we could say God's hands under the gates as is welcoming me into heaven or something like that. And then I would go back to get my great grandparents' mural done on my back.
And do you have any regrets about any of the tattoos that you have?
I say tattoo ideas that I wanted. I regret thinking of them, but I'm glad I didn't get any. No.
So you probably, if you had gotten them, you probably would be regretting them. Okay.
There was a lot I wanted in dumb areas too.
And how you feel about dating someone with tattoos?
It's not much to me.
Hmm?
It doesn't matter much to me. You can, like, tattoos are a way to express yourself. Your body's a canvas. You start off as a blank slate. Once you add something to it, you add a story to it, you add interest to you. So if my partner had tattoos, I wouldn't mind. If they didn't, I wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter either. As long as I was dealing with digging them, then I'm digging them.
My name Mike Rollins, Mikerollins.
And how old are you?
20.
And how old when you got your first tattoo?
When I got my first tat, I was in 11th grade, so I think I was like 16, 17.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you best describe the level of pain you felt when you was getting your tattoo?
My first tattoo, I would say it was like 3. When he first started doing it, I realized that it wasn't so bad. So then I started realizing, pain is just a state of mind. So I would say 3 on this one. Like on this area, like if you get it up here,
Mm-hmm.
this is the easiest. I would say my first.
What was the
And
worst?
the worst is,
How long did that one take?
I would say this one was the fastest. He just shaded it. It took about 10-15 minutes.
For that whole tattoo?
Just the clouds. I got them at different times.
Oh, okay. And how many tattoos do you actually have?
13.
And what do your parents think about your tattoos?
My mother, she has 3, so she not so all against it. But my father, he's on both sides with it, I guess. Cause he don't get mad at me for getting it. So.
Do any of your tattoos hold special meanings to you?
Right here I have Virgin Mary. I just liked the image on the portrait I seen, and I'm heavy on my religion, so I just thought I'd get it tatted. It was supposed to be more to it, but I just couldn't take the pain no more right here, so I told him I'd come back another day for that. Right here, I have a rose. I plan to get it finished and colored in. I just got it because I thought it was something peaceful to get beside my blessed hat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would say my Jesus tattoo is more meaningful.
Do you have any idea what your next tattoo will be and where?
My next tattoo today, I'm supposed to get the rest of this finished tonight, and I plan on getting some more clouds, and I don't know, I'm still coming up with what I'm gonna get back here.
Do you have any regrets about any of the tattoos that you have?
I would say this one the most because I did it myself, but I don't really regret it that much because I know I'm gonna get it finished, so. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of them finished up, so.
And how do you feel about dating someone with tattoos?
To me personally, it don't even matter. It just depends on the girl. But if she has like a tattoo of her ex or something like that, it might bother me a little bit.
And what would you do in a case like that?
I mean, depending on the tattoo, if it's too big, I don't know, we just have to discuss that, but.
How easy is the process of getting a tattoo removed? Do you have any idea?
I just hear that it's a laser thing. That's all I know.
At this point, I just want you to show us some of your tattoos, up close and personal.
All right.
Okay.
I had the 3 stars first, so I just wanted a tattoo, so I just put that there. And this is a Washington Nationals tat, camouflage, because I thought it was different. Nobody had it, so.